Hey guys, this is Austin, and today I'm here with a video going over what to expect on the new iPhone 5. Now every year there's a new iPhone, shouldn't be any big surprise at this point. However, this year has been a little different as pretty much everything is leaked. To start with, let's go over the biggest change, which is going to be the screen. Ever since 2007, Apple has had the exact same 3.5-inch size display on all of the iPhone models. However, for 2012, it looks like they're going to be upping that to a 4-inch screen. What this means is that the screen is going to be a bit taller. So this is going to give you another row of icons on your home screen, and that's going to have a little bit more room to work with. Basically, just to kind of sum it up, it's going to be the same size, but just taller. Don't you like that incredibly advanced diagram? The iPhone also gets an all-new design. Now I say all new when it's actually kind of similar to the 4 and 4S, however there are some pretty major changes. So for starters, it's going to be thinner, so not by a huge amount. However, hey, thinner is always better. On top of that, you're also going to get a few tweaks up front. So for example, the FaceTime camera is going to be raised up a little bit. It also should be upgraded to HD, finally. Now, probably the biggest change is when you flip a phone over on its back. So there's now going to be a large bit of aluminum in the middle with just a little bit of glass on the top and bottom. Now, personally, I'm a little bit on the fence on this one. I think it looks a little bit weird. It doesn't look anywhere near as clean as the, the kind of normal giant sheet of glass that they put on the back of the phones. But on the other hand, it's really easy to break. I'm sure if any of you guys have ever owned an iPhone 4 or 4S, you've got to keep a case on there and you got to be really careful as it's a giant piece of glass. I mean, that's not all that hard to break. It also looks like Apple is doing away with the 30-pin cable. Now, a lot of people aren't happy with this change, but honestly, I don't care. I just don't think it's that big of a deal. I mean, of course, if you have an iPod dock or you have a bunch of 30-pin cables around, it might suck, but I'm sure there's going to be an adapter so you won't have to just throw all your old stuff away. And this is going to give you more room on the phone to have, microphones and buttons and other fun stuff. There are going to be internal changes as well. So for example, the processor will be upgraded. So whether they call it the A6 or the A5X, whatever they decide to call it, it definitely should have a new processor. More than likely, it will still be dual core, but it will have a higher clock speed and take up less power. Technology is cool like that. Beyond that, it definitely should have LTE as well. And again, this should not be a surprise to anybody. LTE is pretty much included on every major new phone these days. So when can you get your hands on the new iPhone? Well, all signs are pointing towards September 12th as the day that Apple announces it, and more than likely it will go on sale somewhere around September 21st. Anyway, I'm curious to know, what do you guys think about the new iPhone? At first glance, I really wasn't all that excited. It just looked like another iPhone, no big deal. However, the more we see, it actually seems to be a pretty solid update. Of course, that bigger screen is a big help. The iPhone has honestly needed a bigger screen for a while. It's also got LTE, better internals, a better design. It's all pretty solid. But again, definitely very curious to know what you guys think in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, definitely be sure to leave it a thumbs up. And if you're interested in more videos like this, including all the iPhone 5 videos you can handle, definitely be sure to subscribe.